Hey everybody, it's Susan. So it is now the middle of summer and it is time for a Stitch Fix. Super excited, and we're just gonna get right on in it and open it up. And our note reads, "Hey Susan, happy Fix Day again. I always have a great time putting together fixes for you. Today I focused mostly on workwear and dressier items again, going for tops that would look good with red cardigans as well as some pieces that incorporated red. I'm not sure if you're allowed to wear dresses to your job, but even if you aren't, I still thought you would love the style of this Michael Kors dress. It's modest but bright and cute, with a gorgeous print added to by the piping details. Either of the shell tops I included here, both knits, would look fantastic under a red cardigan. This Daniel Rain Midi cardigan wouldn't work for your new job, but the print was so unique that I had to nab it for you. I hope you're well, and as always, I'm looking forward to hearing back from you. Warmly, Eli." Well, fantastic. Currently I am looking at expanding my wardrobe for work as much as I can, just because when I started work, I realized I had absolutely no red at all, and what red I did have was just like one sweater or one cardigan, and it's just like, what do I do with that when I'm going to be here like 5 days every week? It's kind of like mind-blowing. So I'm excited to take a look at this and see what we have. So let's go ahead and move on with a peek. Okay, so I see a white and black floral here. There's something kind of navy blue right here. Oh, what is down in here? What are you? Who are you? I can't really see that one that well. Looks like there's a bit of navy, a red floral, maybe some white daisies. Something like that. I'm not sure how well you can see that. And then we got a pink dress, and I think there is one other item I am just not seeing well. So let's just see what we got in here. The stack opened up to the dress first, so let's take a look at this. Now, with this being a Michael Kors dress, I imagine this is fairly expensive and is quite out of my price range, but I don't mind looking. I mean, it looks kind of cute, but it looks kind of like a typical dress, if I'm totally honest. There's nothing especially wow about it to me. I do like the edging on it. That's a cute floral. And I mean, the fabric feels pretty nice overall, but just, I don't know, it doesn't really say much to me. Let's move on to the next one. This one I think is the cardigan. There's the bottom of it. It's kind of hard to see the entire thing. So this one, again, does not say much to me. The print is cute, but it's very thin. This feels like something that's just not gonna wash well. And I don't know, it looks like, it feels and kind of looks in person like something that's in the clearance bin at Fred Meyer. I think it's not gonna look very good on my hips, especially right here, because it's way too long. And so it's gonna make those like bulgy areas on my side really pop out. So a little concerned about that one. This one's actually kind of cute. I kind of like this one. I could easily wear this with a red cardigan. Could even wear it with my gray one that I got from Stitch Fix. The cut doesn't look too low. Let's see, the shoulders stop right about here. There we go. There goes the side. Yeah, I think this one has some good potential to it. Texture's nice. It's by 41 Hawthorns. The quality should be okay. What's the wash? Machine wash cool with light colors. Non-clean bleach would need, tumble dry low. Perfect. This is a totally easy and doable shirt for me. This one is possible. Next item. Oh, well, this is kind of cute. I can almost see this. It's got almost, I wouldn't quite call it Japanese feeling, but it's got like poppies, and this almost looks like an aster, but like a red one. Little daisies. It's got a nice variety of flowers. I feel like it's too much red tone only. I feel like I could have used one extra floral color because there's too many like different types of red flowers all together. But that's just my personal opinion. I feel like this would wear really nicely though, and it has a great texture. I do love these types of pleats done at the top of the shirt. These are always really nice looking on me, so I'm pretty excited about that. It does have the button at the top. I do generally dislike these button things, and the main reason why is just because it takes an extra minute in your day to just get that button just right on the back of your neck, where usually it's just kind of hard to reach. And so it's just like, why do they even bother with this? They literally could just leave this alone. And then they could do it where there's no split on the back. I just saw that. It has that split where you can obviously see it because it's cutting off the flowers. I mean, obviously there's no flower that just ends and there's no stick at the end. Skip doing the button thing in this little opening, then this could just be totally plain on the back and they wouldn't have bothered with the cut spot on the print. Last item. This one's kind of going for like a paint art style, which in general is kind of neat, but at the same time, it's not really saying much for me. I just look at it and I go, that's different. You know, that might look nice on somebody, but when I look at it, I just go, I'm not sure if that's something that's for me. It does have these nice bell sleeves though. I really like this, and they're dual layered, which is super cute. And I love the texture. Texture is good. This is made by Karl Lagerfeld in Paris, which is pretty interesting. Sounds like it could possibly be expensive. I've never heard of that brand before. The wash method for this is wash cold to light colors inside out, lay flat to dry. Slightly needy, but not terrible. I've gotten used to laying flat to dry items now. But just, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to see how it looks when I wear it and go from there. So those are our 5 items. And I'm honestly not sure where to start. I am wearing some white jeggings, so I might start with this black top, because I think that would work pretty well with this. Yeah, we'll give that a go. We'll start with this first and see what we get. So I will be right back. Okay, here's that Calvin Klein top, and this looks really slimming, especially when I'm looking at the camera. I am just enjoying how this looks in general. It has a perfect fit. There is no like extra looseness or overhang or underhang or anything I really dislike about it, except for that obvious cut in the fabric that you guys know I don't like in general. But overall, this feels really good. There is a good chance that I may or may not be able to get away with this by itself at Target, but even if I need to wear a cardigan for this one, let me go get one just in case. I'm almost confident it's going to look good with it anyways. Yeah, I mean, I think this will pass just fine. In general, though, they won't let me wear my jeggings, so I'd have to get some white jeans of some kind. Or maybe gray. Gray might look okay with this. Just not another thing of black, because I feel like this with a black pair of pants would be like too much, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's take a closer look at the top. And again, like I said, I love these pleats. I always think that looks really nice and finished looking. It's a good way of like cinching the top without like making it too obvious or unflattering. So I think it's a good balance. But yeah, I think it's cute. I really like it. Next up, I think I'm just gonna move on to the dress before I do all the other cardigans and shirts, because they're all white and I think I'm just gonna need a black pair of jeans for those. So let's go ahead and get that dress done. Here is the Michael Kors dress, and I honestly don't love it at all. Like looking in the camera, I feel like the colors don't work for me, and this like line area just kind of looks funky. It feels too bold. But overall, it does fit great. There's no problems at all with the fit. It feels pretty cozy. But yeah, just not loving the colors or the print for me. I feel like maybe if it was in a gray instead of pink, I might like it a lot. But yeah, this pink is just kind of odd. So, got nothing else to really say about it. I'll go ahead and move forward so you guys can see it just a little bit better. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to suit me. Like maybe it'd be better for someone with like, I don't know, blonde hair or something. It's just, maybe for someone a little bit older too. I don't know. It doesn't fit right for me. So moving on. Here is the 41 Hawthorn top, and I do indeed enjoy this one. It has a nice fit to it. At initial glance, when you put it on, the texture of the fabric looks like it's been like worn and pre-washed a couple times. But then when you look a bit more closely, it's just the way the fabric is. So that's kind of slightly disconcerting just for the initial reaction. But it's a super cozy fabric, and I do really like that. And I feel like it fits pretty well. There's no problem with the armpits or the shoulders or anything like that. Here's the back. And since this would technically work for a Target shirt, let's just go ahead and put on a red cardigan. Yeah, I think that would work just fine. And I do really like this V-neck. Usually I do enjoy V-necks, but they always go way too low. This one is a very subtle V. It does a more curve first and then a tiny V after. So then it's not as overwhelmingly like revealing everything. And especially like if you're leaning over or anything like that, it's not as much of a problem as it is for most V-necks. I'm so proud of Eli. I always like that Eli listens to my comments and tries to keep on making it a little bit better. A lot of times people want to switch their stylist because they don't like what they picked for them for a fix. And the best advice to give is to keep going and keep making comments to try to help them understand better. Because usually they, of course, want you to buy clothes because obviously that's how their job works. And so they only know how to make it better if you provide feedback. And so just keep it going. If you don't like a fix, try to stick it out for another fix or two. If you have the style pass, that makes it all the more easy because you spend the $50, I think it's technically $49, and then you don't have to worry about it for the entire year. So if some of the fixes are a flop, whatever. If you get an awesome fix, then cool, you got $49 of credit that you can apply towards items, and the rest of the time you don't have to worry about it. Okay, luckily enough, I just remembered that I had this 41 Hawthorn 4-direction tank that I could wear. It does work with this, however, I am just not in love with this. Trying to undo the buttons for this was such a pain. When you have to pull this to get the buttons on, it feels like you're kind of, I wouldn't say tearing the fabric, but it's really close to that because it's just so thin. And yeah, I hate it. I hate how thin it is. And I can't go down any further because I have very chunky sides. And so if I go down further, this is just going to stretch out the fabric. The one thing I do like is that I do like the print that's going on the arms. I think this is a nice thing that many sweaters don't bother doing. They don't put very many details on arms, but everything else I'm just not crazy about. Like the V goes too low and I just can't wear it with very many things. The fabric is way too thin. It feels like it's going to die literally after the first wash. The buttons don't hold up very well when you unbutton it. Like, you see how the big holes these are? It's just not going to last very long at all, and it makes me really peeved. I think this thing would succeed a lot better if they didn't even bother with the buttons and they just left this as a cardigan that had no button option, no closure at all, just left it like this. Sleeves are also way too long for me. I don't like it when they go past the palms. That's always a big no-no for me. So with that said, let's move on to the last item. Okay, last top, and it is exactly what I feared. It does not feel very slimming for me at all when I lift my arms. It just kind of loses any form that it has, and it kind of makes this unsettling ruffle right here that doesn't look very flattering on me. The other thing about this is you can see my bra through this, and that's very unsettling. Like anything that you wear underneath this is see-through. And I don't appreciate that at all. And yeah, I really like the texture of it, but it feels like it fits really poorly. Like, even at this elbow, like something feels wrong. And I can't quite place what it is. I think it's not compensating for the fact that I have chubby arms. And so it's kind of creating this ripple right here. And that feels really uncomfortable. Like it's too much fabric settling in that crease of my arm. And then it flips backwards. Don't flip backwards. That totally undoes the point of the ruffle. It's again one of those items that I think probably would just look better on somebody else, and it's not quite meant for me. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the prices. Okay, first item on our list is the Daniel Rain Phoebe Midi cardigan in white. So that's going to be this one right here. And as you guys know, I just was not wowed by the fabric, did not like the fact that it stretched way too much for how thin it was. The buttonholes were awful. I'm going to double check and see if they did any sort of reinforcing. Yeah, I mean, technically they did actually reinforce it, but it's like, can you see that loose thread here? It just feels really sloppy. This one has a loose thread also. This one has another loose thread. This one has a snag in that loose spot. Can you see that one? Eh. See that? This one has the starting of a snag. It's just, this one's really bad. Look at that one. Bad, 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 bad. So anyways, the price of this one is $74. And it wins the award of being the first one to go into the bag. Congratulations. Moving on. Next one is the Calvin Klein Suit Separates Janice pleated in black. So that one has to be this one. And this one I really liked. Though I almost feel like the print's a little bit tacky feeling. Like it almost has a bit of a thrift store find for the kind of print it is and the colors and all that. So just let me know what you guys think about it, because I really like the fabric. I really like the pleats. I enjoy the fit. It's just like everything's there. I just don't feel 100% confident about the print. If you guys think it looks good, I mean, I might get it. Let's see what the price is first. This is $38. This is a good price. I still have my credit for the year. I still have the $49. So I could easily get this right now and enjoy this for work, which is tempting. So anyways, let me know what you think. I really want to hear your thoughts on that one. Our next item is the Karl Lagerfeld Paris Yassi Trumpet Sleeve in white. That is this one here. This was the last item I wore, and I was not in love with it. I think this art style is super interesting, and it has good potential, but they didn't bother making the lower half of the body very slimming, which I think this really needed it for it to succeed. Or it could have even done a split on the side, and that would have helped create that slimming look. They even started a split, but they should have done it like way higher up. That way it would have worked even better. And then it could create the slimming look. It could have that like layering look with the fabric, and it would add to this trumpet style that it already has. This one is $68. Again, definite no, it just didn't work for me. I think this would work for somebody else definitely though. See ya! Our next item is 41 Hawthorn. I don't know how to say this. It's spelled Kadiann. Cardigan, maybe? After that, it's split neck top in white. This was the one that I really enjoyed because it has the nice curvature and it has a very subtle V after completing that curve. And so it makes it very nice and business blousey. Has a good texture. It looks a little bit used at first glance, but it's just the way that the fabric is styled. And it just has a nice cozy look, cozy feel, good fit, all those good things. Enjoy the print. This one is $44. It's not a bad price. I would probably prefer $36 if I got to choose. But this isn't bad. Not bad at all. Kind of like it. Last item. It is the Michael Kors, I think that's Perrette, P-E-R-E-T-T-E, knit dress in red. This is pink. This isn't red, first off. It might look red on the camera. This is definitely pink. Like, think of a fuchsia. The fuchsia flower, that's the pink and white one, I believe. It looks like that. Or a camellia lipstick. It's definitely pink. It's not red. Not even close. What does this say on here? This says it's Reuben red. It's not red, guys. It's not. It's pink. Unless my eyes have something wrong with them, it's pink. Anyways, this one is $98. It's a definite easy no for me. It didn't work for me at all for the color, for the style. I think it would have worked better for me if it was maybe gray for this and then maybe subtle shades of purple. I think that might work together really well with this, but you don't know until you try. Toodles! So with that said, I have 2 options left for consideration, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Should I go with this Calvin Klein top, or should I pick this 41 Hawthorn one? And if you think I should get both, just let me know. Or if you think either, just let me know. I love your guys' opinions. You guys always know things that look good with specific items or things that I should have done instead to make it look a little bit better. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tagging along with me on this. I know that some of my videos have been late lately. My job at Target has been a little bit distracting because I start at 4:30 in the morning and I get off at 12:30 at noon. And so that makes it very, very hard because I get home and by the time I sit on the couch, I just fall asleep. I'm too tired. And then when I wake up, it's too dark to do a video. And so it's just like, what do I do? And then this last week, my husband surprised me with a friend visiting us from out of state, and so they were here for 2 weeks. So then I was busy during that time, unable to do anything at all, even on my days off. So that was, it's been an exciting time. But anyways, I appreciate your guys' patience. I'm looking forward to working on my next video with Anchor of Hope Box. And yeah, I don't even think I did my May box yet. I already opened it and did the video, but I don't think I edited it. So I have my work cut out for me because I have June and July to do. And I'm probably just going to do them together in the same video. So anyways, until then, I love you guys. And thank you so much for joining me on my 46 Stitch Fix. And who knows what number 47 is going to look like. I'm kind of hoping they'll lean away from the Target stuff just because I want something different at this point. I mean, I love florals. I really do. But after a while, you just get too many. And I'd like to see what else Stitch Fix has to offer. So I'm going to ask for that in my note next time. And we'll see what we get. So with that said, see you guys later.